Good morning everyone. On behalf of Mind IAS, I welcome you all. In my previous video, we all have discussed about nutrition in plants. So in series or in continuation with that video, today we are going to discuss something about your heterotrophic nutrition or especially the nutrition in human beings. So let's begin with the topic. So today's topic is heterotrophic nutrition. And basically in this topic, what we can do, we can cover two things, because if you compare the entire living organisms, all living organisms are not very similar. If we talk about living, a microorganism is also living, and if you talk about human being is also living. But if you see a microorganism, it is made up of unicellular. It is unicellular or made up of single cell. If we talk about human beings are multicellular. They are made up of many cells. So both of them have heterotrophic mode of nutrition, but in unicellular, the way in which they consume food or they take food, they utilize that food for getting energy is different, and in multicellular organism, it is different. So first we are going to discuss about unicellular example. Let's take the example of amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism, and for drawing the picture of amoeba, you need not to worry, because whatever you draw is amoeba. So if you see the cell of amoeba, it's somewhat like this. Inside the cell, a nucleus is there. This nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm, and some food vacuoles are also present in it. So this is the cell membrane, this is the nucleus, cytoplasm, and food vacuole. So this is a small structure of amoeba in which the body of the amoeba is surrounded by a cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and then food vacuole. And like in my previous lecture, we have already discussed that all the living beings, they perform all life processes: nutrition, respiration, circulation, and excretion. But if we think about human being, it's easy to understand because we have different compartments to perform different function. If we have to eat food, for the digestion of food, we have stomach and other parts also. For respiration, we have trachea and lungs and so many accessory glands and things also. If we have circulation, for circulation, we have blood and heart also. But if you see unicellular organism, uni means a single cell. So single cell, how a single cell can perform all the four necessary functions. But a single cell can also perform all these four basic functions, that is nutrition, respiration, circulation, and excretion. Only the mode is different. So in this half of the topic, we will cover that how amoeba will take its nutrition. So suppose I am putting a food in front of this amoeba. So what this amoeba will do? This amoeba will extend its cell membrane. And you can see in the next step, the extension is somewhat like this, and food is lying in front of this amoeba. So this is the extension of your cell membrane. So this extension is called pseudopodia. And this is the food which is present in front of amoeba. Pseudopodia, sometimes we mention it as a false feet also, because this structure is important for the movement in amoeba as well as for capturing of food. Food. So this is the extension of cell membrane, and this extension is called pseudopodia. With the help of this pseudopodia, the amoeba will capture the food. In the next step, you can see that this food is inside the body of amoeba and the pseudopodia closed from this end. So now the food is inside the body of amoeba. In the very next step, now the cell membrane become normal and now there is no pseudopodia and food is inside the body of the amoeba. So this is the food particle which is inside the body of the amoeba. Now where this food get digested and how the energy will produce with the help of this food inside the body of amoeba. So in the previous slide you have seen that I have drawn this picture specifically from blue color, that is food vacuole. So whatever food is ingested by the amoeba, it is digested with the help of these food vacuoles. So suppose this is a food and this food comes inside the food vacuole. After taking this food in the food vacuole, the foods get digested or convert into finer pieces and then the production of energy will takes place. But there is one question, that how the food will digested in the food vacuole. What are the things present in the food vacuole which can digest this food? So this food vacuole is consist of strong hydrolytic enzymes. Strong hydrolytic enzymes which can digest the food and produce the energy. So once the energy is produced, it is used up by the amoeba and then the waste material, because this is a single cell and as you know, for removal of waste also they don't have any specific things or process or structure. So the waste material moves out from the body of amoeba with the help of cell membrane only, and many things in the body of amoeba exchange with the help of this cell membrane. We use a term here, diffusion. Diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion, how this I am telling that waste is moving out, food is coming in or some gas is coming inside the body of amoeba with the process, with the help of your diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion is movement of substances from higher concentration to lower concentration. So by the process of this simple diffusion, means there is a difference in concentration. Suppose you have 100 rupees and I just want 20 rupees from you. So I can ask that please give me that 20 rupees. So you can give me 20 rupees. But if you have 100 rupees and I'm asking for 200 rupees, you are not able to give me. So the same principle work here with the diffusion, that there is a difference in concentration and things will always move from a higher concentration to lower concentration. Now a question will come, or this question may be some or the other way, comes in the form of question in your examination also, that they are doing diffusion. We multicellular organism, or we as a human being, because this process is so easy, no complex thing is required, only the concentration difference is required, where the things move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So if this is so easy, why we are not doing the process of diffusion inside our internal structures? We are doing osmosis and diffusion, but as an organism as a whole, if you see, we will not go for the process of diffusion for all the needs. So what is the reason behind that? So the reason behind that is two reasons, because in multicellular organism we have complex body design. We have complex body design, because you know, cell, tissue, organ system and then organism, so many things collectively form such a huge organism. So you can say we have a complex body design. And the second important reason is all the organs are present very deep inside the body, very deep inside the body. Say you take the example of digestive system. So digestive system, the surface of the entire digestive system is not direct contact with the environment. It is present somewhere very deep inside the body. So all the internal organs, if you see human beings, that is very deep inside the body and they are not come in direct contact with the environment, and this is also being a biggest reason not going for the process of diffusion. Rather, we have a different process through which we can perform the process of digestion. So with this, we have finished the topic of digestion in amoeba, or you can say this is one mode of heterotrophic digestion in amoeba. Now in the next slide, we'll start with the human digestive system. Human digestive system. Human digestive system is, I can say, is interesting also. It's very easy also, because we have to learn about ourselves only, that what are the different things present in our body, or if we are consuming food, how it is getting digested inside the human body. So if you see the process of human digestive system, there are two aspects of this. The first is, before you understand the process, you need to understand the structure. So first what we deal with, structure of human digestive system. Structure of human digestive system. And second aspect, and the most important, is your process of digestion. Process of digestion. So two aspects we are going to study in this particular slide, that is structure of human digestive system, what are the parts of human digestive system, how they are divided, and the second one is your process of digestion, that how we digest the different components which is present in the foods. So let's begin with your structure of human digestive system. So human digestive system starts from mouth. I am not drawing a very complicated diagram which is very difficult to make or understand, so I am drawing a easy diagram which can represent the human reproductive system. So this lower part, we represent it as mouth. This mouth is followed by the opening is mouth, and then it's buccal cavity. This buccal cavity leads to a common passage which is called pharynx. Then you have a food pipe, but please don't remember this word food pipe, because when you are aspiring from UPSC or BPSC, so subject wide few technical terms are there which you need to remember. So instead of food pipe, you just be focused on the word that is esophagus. This esophagus leads to your stomach, then so this is a rough diagram of human digestive system. This part is stomach. If you see the stomach, human stomach is divided into four major parts. The part which is very close to your upper portion of the body, or you can say it's very close to your heart. This beginning portion, you can say this is called cardia. This portion is called cardia. This region is known as fundus. The lowermost, this region to this region is called pyloric region of the stomach, and the region which is in between these three parts, this is called lumen, or body of the digestive system, or body of the stomach, in which food comes and the process of digestion will takes place. So parts of stomach is cardiac, fundus, pyloric, and at the center you have a lumen, or you can say body of the stomach. This is followed by small intestine. This blue line representing this is This is small intestine. Small intestine. Question sometime may come that which is the longest part of the alimentary canal. So small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It is 7 meter long. If you see small intestine is also divided into 3 parts. That is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So uppermost part is duodenum, the middle part is jejunum and the last part is called ileum. Small intestine is followed by your large intestine. Followed by your large intestine. So if you see, large intestines also consist of many parts. Okay. So this side, the lower end, this structure is very common and you have heard many times about this, that appendix, isko appendix ho gaya, usko appendix ho gaya, isko operation karwao, poison ho gaya. So in human being nowadays, this is a vestigial organ. We are not using it, and maybe due to sometimes some infection or something went wrong with this organ and the pain started, and the best option for this is to remove the appendix. Just above this, there is a region which we called cecum. Now this part of the tube, this portion of the large intestine, it is called ascending colon. This entire tube-like structure is colon, but according to the position, it is this from going down to up, so it is called ascending column. This region is transverse colon and this is your descending colon region. This region, this specific region is called rectum and the opening of this is called anus. So this is the rough glimpse of your entire human digestive system, which consists of so many parts. So to understand the process of digestion, you have to remember all these parts of the human digestive system. Now, so before we start with the process of digestion, one more thing which I want to tell you, because what I found that a previous 68th BPSC have the question from this part of the human digestive system. I am coming to that. So we have started the human digestive system with mouth, and opening is mouth and then buccal cavity, and then your buccal cavity in which we take the food and we just chew the food. So in buccal cavity is a, you can say it's a cavity or it's a space to put your food inside. But do you think that only buccal cavity suffice for the process of digestion? No. There are so many things present in buccal cavity. The most important thing is your tongue. Second is your teeth. And third is your salivary gland. So these are the 3 important things present in your tongue. Okay. I think there's no need to tell you that what is the function of tongue. Taste is the most important thing in life of, I think, all of us. I don't know about you, but mine it's very important. Okay. So tongue consists of so many regions for different taste. So if you see the structure of tongue, it is somewhat like this, and this entire tongue is divided into many regions. So this front region is for your which taste? Sweet. This region is for your salty. This major part is for your taste sour, khatta. Then your this region is for bitter taste, and the taste which is not aware or known by many students, the name of that taste is called umami. So the last taste is your umami taste, with the question related to this taste asked in your 69th BPSC. Now the question arises that which kind of taste it is actually. So you can say this is a taste of, we called it as meaty taste, or we also called it as taste of some proteins which is present in the food. So this is a very important part in the buccal cavity, that is tongue, that is for taste, and you have to remember the different regions because the question may be in permutation combination it will come that what are the different parts of the tongue. So in that case this umami is the new addition according to the previous year PYQ question. Now we come to the second important thing, that is teeth. Teeth, very important. If you ask to someone, बच्चे से पूछो कितने दांत होते हैं, कहेगा 32. Okay, but it's very difficult to remember that how many teeth you have. If all of a sudden I ask that tell me how many canines you are or how many premolars are, you are not able to give the answer. Okay, so for that convenience we need to learn the sequence of the teeth and then we learn a dental formula. Okay, so you need not to memorize that how many teeth are present in human mouth and which type of teeth present in how many numbers. Okay, so if you see 4 types of teeth we have. First is your incisor, second is canine, third one is premolar, and fourth one is your molar. So you have to remember the names in this sequence only because the dental formula which we are going to deal with, they have numbers and they follow the numbers in the same sequence. How? So what is dental formula? If you see, dental formula is nothing but it's a number. It's 2 1 2 3 by 2 1 2 3. Please remember that this dental formula is only just for your half jaw. Suppose this nose, if you can assume as a center line, if you assume a center line, if you put your hand over there, so this half part, your half jaw of mouth, so this formula is for half jaw. Okay, so in that this 2 number represents what? This number 2 is for incisor. So in the upper half jaw, how many incisors we have? We have 2. Then how many canines we have? We have 1. How many premolars we have? 2. And how many molars we have? 3. If you count all these numbers, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, and 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. And downward also it is 8. So 8, 8, 16. 16 for half jaw. And if you plus 16, that is for another jaw, and total it's become 32. So there is no need to learn the how many incisor we have or how many canine we have. Say suppose question will come in the exam like that how many incisors we have in entire human mouth. So in the upper jaw it's 2, in lower jaw it's 2. So total 4, you double the number, that is 8. So 8 number of incisor present in mouth. Come to canine, here is 1, below 1, 2, you double the number, that 4. So we have 4 canine in human mouth. Then premolar, upper 2, lower 2, 4, you just double the number, 8. So 8 premolars we have in human mouth total. And if you have to count molars, so 3 up and 3 below, 6, you double the number, that is 12. So we have, if you see human being, we have 8 incisor, we have 4 canine, we have 8 premolar, and we have 12 molars. So this is the dental formula all about. And human beings, this dental formula is important, and along with that teeth of human being is very important and specific. Why? Because we get teeth 2 times in our entire life. You people have seen when the kids is small, they have their teeth, and those teeth are very soft, and after a certain period of time that teeth replaced with the help of permanent teeth. So if this kind of teeth pattern we have in mouth, so we are called, this kind of organism having teeth 2 times in their entire lifetime, they are called diphodont. They are called diphodont. Di means 2 times. Don't mean the dentation. So we have which kind of dentation? Maybe this question come in the exam that we have Which type of dentation? That is, we have diphodont dentation. We have a teeth at initial ages and then that is replaced by permanent ages. Human teeth are also known as thecodont. We have this kind of dentation also. Now, what is the meaning of this word thecodont? If you see human teeth, your teeth or my teeth, if you see, it is embedded inside a cavity, embedded inside a muscular or a bony cavity. So when the teeth are embedded inside a cavity, they are called thecodont. So what kind of dentation we have? We have thecodont also and we have diphodont also. Entire lifespan we have teeth 2 times and our teeth are embedded in a socket. That's why it is called as thecodont. Now, very interesting, one thing which I want to tell you, that I have written this dental formula and this dental formula is 2123 and I have written we have 32 number of teeth. So is the dental formula for the child is also same? Because here I am saying that we have a diphodont pattern of teeth. In childhood also we have certain number of teeth which is replaced by the permanent teeth. So for children, we use the same dental formula? No. The formula is 2102 by 2102. So 2, 3 and 5 and 5 below. So total 10. This is for half jaw and then you double it for the next half jaw, 10. So is equals to 20. So maximum number of teeth in kids or in small children is your 20. In them 0 represent premolars which is absent in kids, 2 molars, 1 canine and 2 incisors we have. So this is all about the dentation pattern, because in the process of digestion, your teeth play very important role for chewing the food, for masticating the food and changing into a substance which is easily digestible by the stomach. So this is all about your human dentation. Now we come to the actual process of digestion. Process of digestion. If you see the entire process of digestion, it consists of 5 steps. First is ingestion. Second process is itself digestion. Third one is your absorption. Fourth one is assimilation. And fifth one is your egestion. So the entire process of digestion consists of these 5 parts. Ingestion of food. In means something you are putting inside your buccal cavity. Ingestion. The next is digestion, which takes place in stomach. Then absorption. Then assimilation and then egestion. In the next slide, we'll study in detail in each of process one by one. See, suppose a beautiful pizza lying in front of you. What you will do? You just want to have it, that pizza. So, suppose you are eating a pizza. So, you are taking a pizza and putting that pizza into your mouth. So, putting that pizza by using your hand into the mouth, that process is called ingestion. The moment you take the pizza inside your mouth, next step, what will you do? You just chew the pizza. So, we'll not use the term chewing here, because chew generally word we use in the lower classes. According to class 10 NCERT, the word you have to use is mastication of food. Mastication of food. So, what is the function of teeth? So, the function of teeth is mastication of food. It can masticate the food and change the food into finer particles. When they change the food into finer particles, then the function of salivary gland will start. See, if you see the process of digestion, food consists of 3 major components. carbohydrates, proteins and fats. And process of digestion starts from mouth itself. But do you think that in mouth all these food components starts digesting? No. So what will start digesting first? Which component of food? That is carbohydrate. That is carbohydrate. So maybe this question come in your exam, that which part of the food component will start digesting first in the mouth. So that is your carbohydrate. Almost, I think 30% of carbohydrate digest in your mouth with the action of salivary gland. Salivary gland secretes which enzyme? Saliva. Saliva contain which enzyme? Salivary amylase, and the other name is ptyalin. Another name is ptyalin. You just be focus on the spelling, because the spelling starts from P, but when we pronounce it as ptyalin, not ptyalin. So the spelling starts from P and the pronunciation starts from T. So salivary amylase and ptyalin present in your saliva, and it will start digestion of 30% of the carbohydrates in mouth itself. One thing which is very important in entire process of digestion and entire alimentary canal, that each and every part of the alimentary canal, they have their specific pH. They have their specific pH value. So if you see the pH in mouth, it is alkaline. It is alkaline. Mouth have alkaline pH, that is 6.4 to 6.5 around. Okay. And if the pH in mouth reduces to 5.5 to 5.6, then your tooth decay will start. Kids in very younger ages, they love to eat chocolates and too much of sweet things. Okay, so that will reduce the pH, and if pH will reduce to your 5.5 or 5.6, then the process of tooth decay will start, and it will become fast if you will not avoid eating those food. So pH also plays a very important role in the process of digestion. Now why this pH is important? Because all the enzymes, which is also known as biocatalyst, they work on a specific pH. So if they will not get that pH, they will not activate, they will not show their function. So that's why in the entire alimentary canal, different pH is there to maintain different activities of enzyme. So here the pH is alkaline, 6.4 to 6.5, which is helpful in the activity of which enzyme? Salivary amylase or ptyalin. So 30% of the carbohydrate itself digested in mouth. We masticated the food, we digest the carbohydrate, salivary amylase will release and digest the carbohydrate. Now the next process what we do was swallowing the food. But before swallowing the food will change into a ball-like structure. The food will change into a ball-like structure. This ball-like structure is called bolus. Okay. So, how food swallow inside the esophagus? It will not it will go like this only. It will change into a ball-like structure, and this structure is called bolus. Now, this bolus will go through your esophagus. Esophagus is a very simple muscular structure. Nothing big in esophagus. But this is important, that how the food is moving into the stomach with the help of esophagus. What I said, that esophagus is a muscular structure. So if you see, I have drawn in the diagram like this esophagus. But when the food is moving from the esophagus, the diagram is becoming like this. Okay. Somewhere it is contraction, somewhere it is relaxation. So food move from mouth into the stomach with the help of esophagus through a movement called peristaltic movement, peristaltic movement. So with the help of this peristaltic movement, this bolus move from esophagus to your stomach. Now food reach to stomach, And what I said, that pH is very important in the entire alimentary canal. So first we discuss about the pH in stomach. So now food reaches to your stomach. We'll see that what happened in stomach in the process of digestion. So stomach, if you see the pH, it is acidic. It is 1.2 to around 1.5 is the pH value in the stomach. So it is completely acidic. Now the question will come that why in stomach the pH is acidic, or who is responsible in the stomach for this acidic pH? So stomach produces an acid called HCl, hydrochloric acid, produced from the walls of the stomach, and this HCl is responsible for this acidic pH. And again, I am telling you that why this pH is important, because how this HCl help in the process of enzymatic digestion of food. Because in acidic pH, which enzyme is present in stomach? The name of the enzyme is pepsinogen. This is the inactive form of the enzyme. This is, see, all the day, all the night, all the time, the process of digestion will not happen inside our stomach. Na? Once you eat food, it will remain in your stomach, say suppose maximum 4 to 5 hours. It will remain in your stomach for 4 to 5 hours. Okay. So when food is not there, there is no role of this enzyme, no? So why this enzyme will secrete? Okay. So this enzyme, pepsinogen, present in stomach in inactive form. तो कहीं अगर नाम लिखा रहेगा पेप्सिनोजन, it means it is a inactive form. With the help of HCl, this pepsinogen change into pepsin, which is the active form of the enzyme. And with the help of this pepsin, what will digest? Pepsin will act on protein. Pepsin will act on protein, and it will change complex protein into dipeptides. It will change protein into dipeptides. If you see small kids na, or mothers milk feeding kids, they only drink milk. Okay, so in them, instead of pepsin, which enzyme is present? Renin is present. So renin is important in digestion of milk protein, because small kids who can feed on mother's milk or any other milk, so they have this enzyme renin, which can digest the protein which is specifically present in milk. So we have pepsinogen, inactive form, in presence of HCl, change into pepsin, which is an active form which acts on protein and change the complex protein into dipeptide. And in milk feeding animals, the enzyme is renin, which can change the protein into dipeptide or other simpler forms. So, and see, one more thing is very important. I am telling you that HCl is secreting. You know, HCl is a very strong acid. If we talk about strong acid, there are two strong acid we are more known, or we can say we are more concerned about, that is HCl and sulfuric acid. So it's such a strong or dangerous acid secreting inside the human stomach, and how it's not affecting the human stomach. The reason being is that if you see the structure of the stomach, the inner lining of the stomach is covered by a membrane called mucous membrane. So this layer of mucus, this is a very sticky substance which is secreted by the wall of the stomach. So this mucous membrane can protect the wall of the stomach by the action of this HCl. But why doctors suggest you, whenever you go to meet a doctor about regarding any problem related to stomach, the first thing which the doctor will tell you is, please try to improve your eating habits. You have your breakfast 8 in the morning, then your lunch is between 1 and 2, then in evening you take some snacks, and night then you have to take some dinner. Because if food is there, HCl will produce and it will work on your food only. But if you have a long duration or long gaps of eating, then this HCl will produce, And slowly, to some extent, mucus will protect your stomach from the action of acid. But if you have developed this habit that from morning till evening, most of the time you are not eating anything, then this HCl start corroding your mucus wall also, and then there are stomach in ulcers, acidity, and n number of problems related to your stomach. So it is always advisable to have your food at regular intervals, because once you eat, the food remain in stomach for 4 to 5 hours. So this is all about the digestion in the stomach portion of the human digestive system. So this is all for today. Now for today, thank you everyone, and if you find the video good, please do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.